Welcome to the Mischief. I'm Valen, and this is Sky Factory 3. With googly eyes, as usual. It's been some time since the last time that I played, but I figured, you know what, I need to get back into it. I'm happy to, in fact. And I was a little bit lost when I came back into the world, because it'd been like 2 or 3 weeks since the last time I played this, and it's been a while. I know that I'm very far behind the curve. There are many people that have already finished playing Sky Factory 3, and here I am still messing about. Well, no longer. I'm going to be getting down to it, and I made a project list so that I could get myself a little bit better organized. Not necessarily in the order left to right per se, but I can at least pick the project for the day and start working it out. Sorting out the chickens, which are currently over there, is going to be later on. And by that, what I mean is when I scroll down here in the inventory, you can see I've got like a couple pages of just like chicken eggs and poop and stuff like that that I need to sort through and get it actually working properly, as well as upgrading the chickens to 10 versions or whatever. So that's something for later. For now, I have to automate sieves into ingots, or sieved items rather, not sieves. Whoops. Anyway, but I will also need to compact sieved materials in order to smelt them into such items. I also want to make another mob spawner, because currently, if I head down here to this and I check this out, it actually is my volume's all right. If I jump in here, I'm not getting a lot of drops anymore because we're killing things with different materials here. In fact, this thing's doing a good job. It'll probably need to be repaired soon. I mean, you can see there half of its durability is gone. The arrows are not even being used, but the bow has actually killed a couple things. But it's not a lot of stuff being killed currently. And I was thinking that I would take your guys' advice and go all the way down to the very low levels of the Ys. The very low Y levels, I should say, low levels of the Ys, and build another one in the same chunk, and then put that one just with like punji sticks, because I'm going to need those materials specifically to power things like different kinds of furnaces or things of that nature. Let's grab a couple of these just because I have a lot of stuff to put away there. There we go. I was smelting up some glass for the project today, but also I'm going to want to route all the items into an inventory instead of having them spread out, because I currently have a whole bunch of drawers down there. I've got this inventory set up here. Sorry for spinning the camera so much there. That's kind of annoying at times. And of course I've got like a couple here, and I've got the mob stuff down there. So that's kind of going to be like a refined storage type deal. But I think that's also a bigger project. And I figure I'm going to need to make things happen one step at a time. First and foremost, compacting sieved materials so that I can then automate them into ingots. So we're going with Project Pink, and that is going to be done over here. Now I have a bunch of materials. I'm going to build a prototype setup, and hopefully it will work. And I've got enough materials here. I've got a bunch of seared stone. I've got a bunch of glass, a bunch of seared bricks, so that I can make all these here that I need in order to make this work. And in order to make this work, I need, 21 seared bricks plus, I think it's like 5 glass in order to make all these items, which isn't too bad. And that's just a 1 block area, and it's going to be making blocks of materials. Namely, you've got your silver, your iron, gold, copper, nickel, and lead. And of course, the other ones I'm going to want to compact as well as best I can. But for now, those are the ones that I'm focusing on, because look at this. The dust is full and it's not making any more. You know why? Because this is full and it's not going anywhere. I could just make a whole lot more storage drawers, but it would do me no good, because it's not actually getting processed. So yeah, that's definitely the priority currently. Now, I am going to also need to make some ingot casts, which shouldn't be too bad to make. I mean, I just use a few seared bricks here. But in the meantime, I might just steal some of these ones for this process. But actually, no, I'm not going to need to make ingot casts. The reason being is that I am kind of skipping it over and just making casting basins, so that once it's made a full block, I don't need to compress it into a block if it's an ingot. So therefore, that's what I'm going to do there. So let's start off with, let's just go with one of these corner ones here. Now, I have some materials on me. Let's see, do I have transfer nodes? I have those as well. definitely going to need those. I can put this on the back of each of these, but I'm just going to start with one for the moment, and this is iron. So with that, I'm going to want to pull those out and have it go into a compacting drawer. Actually, what I should have is all these drawers should be compacting drawers that I need for this stuff, so that it can actually make like turn those the gravel ores. Wait, were they gravel ores? What are they called? Iron ore piece into an actual iron ore block or whatever it's going to be used in. So let's make a bunch of compacting drawers. There we go. Compacting drawer requires a bunch of pistons, which I'm going to need a bunch of those. I don't want to stack. Let's start with 8 pistons. That should make us 4 eventually, I believe. And then I'm going to need to make some basic drawers, which should be like this. I don't have enough wood, so let me make a bunch of wood. Make a few stacks of those, because I've got a lot of wood in here. I know that for sure. And then I should be able to make the, what is it? The not a half drawer. I don't want those, a basic drawer. There we go. That's what I want. And can I make, how many of those can I make? 8, 4, no, all right, I need to make more basic drawers. So, here we go, let's make 16 of those so that I've got more than enough. And now, I should be able to make this, but I'm short on pistons. What? There we go. There. Now I've got, how many can I make? Let's make 4 to start with. I know that I need 6 total. I'm gonna make 5, 6. Oh, perfect. Because those are going to be the ones that are here, the iron ore piece. So let's see if I can actually, well, this might make a big mess. Do I have my tape with me? Tape? I do have my packing tape. Cool. So therefore, we're going to just tape that up, and then I can harvest this, without a problem. And then I just need to put down this, and then insert some iron ore. If it's not already, that's nickel. I don't want nickel. Is there another iron ore in here? Copper, gold. I guess not. It's already getting some other stuff in here. Aluminum ore chunks. That's not what I want. I need to put this down here, and I need to grab a few of those, and I need to bring these out. There we go. That's what I wanted to do. So now I just need to. This is ridiculous at this point. Can I put them all in there? Or are they already full? I think it's already full. No, it's not. All right. Give me a moment here. I'm just going to transfer things over, and I'll be right back. All right. So I ran into a slight problem, and that is this has an emerald upgrade in it currently. This doesn't. So what I could do, I don't know if I can take that out. No, I can't. Not while all that is there. All right. I'm going to do a big no-no. There's a lot of pieces in here, but oh god, the frames are real. So and I need this. Let's see if I can actually. There it is. Got it. I got lucky. All right. Now, if I need to have an empty hand to do this. This is going to be interesting. Can I? There we go. Put this in here. Yes. Now I can stand here and just insert all this stuff. Oh, so much better. Don't do what I've done. Make the compacting drawers first. Don't do the storage drawers. It's just wrong. But there we go. That's much better. I now have everything being compacted into the iron ore chunks, as you see here, which then can be smelted into well, the next step. So, next step is going to be involving some of this, a Smeltery Controller. Let's actually move those away, and I might move this as I need to. We'll see how it goes. So to start with, these trees are probably going to get moved, but I'm not really too bothered by it at the moment. So let's start with a base. Then I'm going to want to put this here. I'm going to need more than that. Give me that. And I think the controller can go on the front. That's a bad spot. Okay, so I currently have a very basic setup. I mean, if you look here, I've got your casting basin with a faucet. I've got the like a seared gauge here for the lava intake, and enough space for one block at a time, which is perfectly fine and acceptable, but for the fact that I need to input lava. So I am going to need to go underneath. Let's actually open this up. It'd be easiest if I can just go straight down. Yeah, that should work just fine. And then I'm going to need to have this coming out underneath. So there we go, and I can feed that out in a similar fashion. Allow me to just hook these up and I'll be right back. All right, so I don't know if you remember, underneath this giant mess of machines, which I actually think is really cool looking. It's not the most organized or it's not the best or most efficient, but it is really cool looking to me. But underneath here, I have a bunch, I have a bunch of lava getting fed into the magmatic machines, and that's what I want to tap into. The magmatic generators, I should say, are currently feeding up into this stuff. But I want to make sure that I'm getting the right stuff, because right now I'm seeing some things going into magmatics that are not... oh boy, I keep landing in the water. Yeah, that one there should not be connecting. That's a little oops on my part. Let's just... There we go. Yeah, because this magmatic generator is supposed to be receiving lava from this pipe here, which is the one that I want to tap into. So therefore, this should be a little bit easier to work with now that that's been hooked up. You can see that it actually was kind of thinking about what to do and not really knowing. But let's just make this network incredibly massive and large and ridiculous, because that's what I'm planning on doing here. Now, if I put this here, there we go. And eventually, now it's going to take a minute, but eventually that should connect and fill up with more lava, therefore fueling that. Now I just need to go upstairs. Where's my panel? There it is. And I need to actually hook this thing up with the Smeltery Controller. But before I do that, because I don't want it to actually run out of iron at any point, I'm going to use my key. I'm going to remember to do this. There we go. It is now locked. Should be good to go, for the moment at least, to hook this up to the Smeltery Controller. At least I think. I've never actually hooked one of these up like this before. Oh, that's unfortunate. Let me grab that wrench again. That's really... Stop that. No. Is it actually going in? It is going in, but it's taking iron ore pieces, which is bad. So that's what I kind of expected might happen. So I'm going to grab a filter, and I'm going to grab a piece of an iron ore chunk. Then put the filter in here, whitelist, and there we go. Now, it should only take those. So let's put this in that place, and it should... There we go. Only take iron ore chunks. Perfect. That's what I was looking for. Put that away. Put those away. And I need to take this one out. Put that back in there. There we go. There we go. Iron ore chunks. The only problem is it needs lava in order to melt, which will still take a moment because my network is just so freaking huge right now that it's kind of ridiculous. But it will catch up to it. There it goes. It just got one bucket of lava. It's now melting. It's going to come in over here, and I need some kind of automation for this to actually start, pouring that out. So I will be making more of these RF Tools timers. Yeah, at least that's the plan that I have for it. I'm going to set it so that it's at its optimal level. I don't want these things ticking like every second or something like that. But let's see what I can come up with here. A Redstone Timer. I could make the simpler ones, but I want this to be more optimized for timing. I don't, like I said, I don't want things to just kind of go out of control here. How much of this do I have? Most of it, actually. So machine base. I'm going to need to make 4, 5, 6 of those. And then I need clocks, which shouldn't be too bad. 4, 5, 6, and then this. Can I make 4? I can. 4, 5, 6. Excellent. All right, that was much simpler than I thought it would be. Something must be wrong then, and it's not going to work. I have no idea. But anyway, let's just click on the back of this. Yeah, 2 molten iron ingots. It just needs some kind of redstone signal right now. So let's put this here, and I need to back off of this block. Put that on there, and it's going to go every 20. We're going to make that 45. No, we're going to make that 100 because it's going to take a little bit for those metals to actually melt, in my experience. Yeah, you can see it's taking a second there. Yeah, it's actually still much slower than it looks here. So what I'm thinking is I might expand these because I'm going to be making 6 of them. This is just a one. This is my prototype, as I was saying here. So if I can make 6 of these, and then if I expand this to a 4x4, or I could even expand up. I didn't even think about that. I forgot. I could just add some here. That's not bad at all. Oh, look at this. Look at me being all smart. All right, that's how many levels? 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's 4 pieces. That's actually not too bad. I'm not worried about taking the damage. I haven't been really doing very much there. So let's check it out now. Oh, 5. Okay, well that's still fine. That allows 5 items at a time, and it's just going to keep filling this up. Now I just need to get this back into our main network. And what I'm thinking is I'm gonna have to go underneath and run some more of the transfer pipe for now until I can come up with a better solution, which is going to be later stuff, not stuff right now. So let's just see if I can put that on there. But then, nope. There we go. One more. Ah, got it. Now I just need to feed this all the way back. I'll be back in a moment. There we go. And now that should work just fine. Yep, block of iron. Perfect. And it will take a moment for it to connect, but it should input into this area here. Everything else that's connected to it is currently just chickens. So it's just going to take a moment for it to figure out that it needs to go down into the colossal chest. And I'll double check that later on just to make sure that it is going where it should be. Just one small adjustment and everything should be good here. We're going to make this 120, and that's about the length of time it takes for one of these to pour out and cool, if I'm not mistaken. The first round's going to be a little bit off because it's going to probably try. There we go. So it just activated. Now I just need to wait to find out if that's going to be long enough or not. Oh, that looks like it's actually a bit too shy. Once upon a time I had it set at 200. I think I'm going to put it back at 200. That's probably going to be more like it. Now I've got 4 of each of the remaining 5 types here, so I can make lead ore, or, well, I guess I didn't even need 4. I just need to put that in there. Simple enough. And this one, and this one, this one, and this one. And there we go. And then I just need to lock them like I did before. 1, 2, oh, I keep on stepping on the arrows. 3, 4, 5. And then I just packing tape the lot of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That used up the last of the tape. Nice. All right. Now I just pick these back up and place them down in the line with the rest of them and replace the old ones, filling these ones up. Oh, the mess that is going to be. So remember when I said 6? Well, I was completely and utterly mistaken. There's actually 7. The silver and the aluminum actually looked identical to me. The textures are very, very similar. So I kind of made a little oopsie there, but oh well, so be it. Now I just need a little something to connect these together. So I'm just going to grab these, and then this should connect totally to that. I think that's still within range. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think it reaches out like 8 spaces away. I could be mistaken on that, but what I need is just some of this aluminium, and let's find out here. Oh, it's already doing it. This is good. Oh, very good. Now let's lock it, and I need to lock all the remaining ones as well. Yes, already done. Sweet. So now I just need to grab all this stuff out of here and get rid of this silly temporary chest while I was trying to figure out what the heck I was doing wrong. I also realized that I can make like diamond blocks and coal blocks and things like that, and that's stuff that's going to come in time. But for now, I just want to get some of this other stuff set up for other production. Now, I could make use of like similar walls. In fact, now that I think about it, that's not a bad idea. And I could have everything lined up in one row, saving space. Just put the smeltery drains on the back instead of on the side so that the shared wall is not here. In fact, that's not a bad idea. Or I could even move the seared gauges to the back and just have like a line of magma running down there, filling everything up. But I think in this case, I might just move the smeltery drains to the back, and then everything can share a similar wall. In this case, it'll share a seared gauge between them. And then in this other version, it would share a smeltery drain. But I don't want it to share a smeltery drain, because then it might do some weird mixing of metals or something. So I'm going to put the smeltery drain on the back. It'll be just a dead space on one side. Or I could even have that filled with more seared gauges. I don't know. I'll work it out. I'll get back to you in just a moment once I get all this stuff set up. There we go. Just these last blocks, and I think it's actually all set. And oops, looks like I did forget one last one here. Not really that surprised, I guess. I mean, oh, and I ran out of bricks. Well, I guess this one's going to have a bit of bricks about it. Let's just get a bunch more. Hopefully that'll be enough. No, I'll make a few more just in case. Not really that bothered about how the those look at the moment. There we go. I forgot about all these ones that were underneath the front there. But anyway, you get the idea here. I mean, they're all kind of sharing the same walls. As you can see here, this one is not formed. Huh. Okay, so I guess they can't share the tanks as much as I thought that they would. All right then. Well, let's replace these and learn from my mistakes. There we go. I think that's the last one that I needed. Just because I ran out of bricks. Actually, since I'm not wall sharing anymore, so I've got more cooking up right now, so I can make just a little bit more off the last one. But as you can see, I currently have these staggered now, and they seem to be functioning all properly, which I'm pretty pleased about. The only thing missing is there we go. That one working there and something connecting it. So let me just grab transfer node. Here we go. Already looking good. Oops. And just break that off. There we go. And now everything can hold at least 5 except for this one here, which is why I'm smelting up a little bit more bricks. So you can just stack it up a bit more. They're all getting poured into block form, and the blocks are going currently into the inventory system. Just to show you what it looks like underneath, it's a bit of a mishmash. Yes, this is a horrible network, and I realize that. But I don't really care. I was determined to do this with Tinker's Construct and some extra utilities too, and there you go. That's pretty much it, with a touch of RF tools in there just for the timer. But I mean, we've got like the lava inputs are all here. They're very slow to fill because I think soon I'm gonna have to upgrade that lava production a bit more because I've got so much stuff using lava at this point. And then of course I've got all the items being pulled out and running all the way back to the colossal chest here, which this is pretty good. Let's open it up, and I haven't clicked to sort it recently, so if I scroll down. There you go. I've already got like 11 blocks of silver, 19 blocks of copper, 34 blocks of lead, 9 blocks of nickel, and some of the other ones have not shown up in there yet because I only just hooked them up. For instance, this one here, which has aluminium or aluminum, as some might call it, and this one here, I am still missing a block. Oh, I'm waiting on the lava because I just put the tank there for the iron ore. Plus, I'm going to need more up there. But I already have a bunch of iron already smelted up. So I think that takes care of Project Pink today. So compact sieved materials is done. And on top of that, automate sieves into ingots. Both Project Pink and Blue are complete. I'm going to have to add some new projects there. And I'm going to get into the comments so that I can catch up. I was kind of in a rush to get into this episode today. I apologize for that, but I will catch up on the last couple episodes, plus any comments you have for this episode. And I'll be sure to talk to you guys more about what the future is for this next stages in here, besides just completing this process of materials to ingots. There we go. All done and good to go. Google eyes. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If so, don't be afraid to give a like, comment, subscribe, and spread the mischief to others if you think that they'll enjoy this mischief content as well. And until next time, folks, I'll see ya. Bye.